There's a moment in life that comes for all of us, a moment where the mirror doesn't lie. The face you see is no longer the face you want to wear. You've been living someone else's story for far too long. The reflection staring back at you has changed, but you haven't. Not yet. You've been giving your time, your energy, and your life to things that don't fuel your soul, to people who won't remember your name in 10 years, to routines that drain you instead of growing you, and the worst part, you know it. Deep down, you know that something inside of you is dying. You've outgrown the life you're living, but you keep showing up, playing the same game, expecting different results. The man in the mirror is waiting for you to grow up, waiting for you to decide that enough is enough, waiting for you to stop hiding, stop making excuses, and stop staying small. The reflection you see is the version of you that could have been, the one who walked through life with purpose, power, and confidence, the one who took ownership, the one who refused to be a spectator in their own life. But right now, it's just a reflection, a potential version of you that hasn't yet been realized. So what do? You face the truth. You realize that the battle isn't out there, it's inside you. It's between who you were and who you are meant to become. It's the battle between the comfort of your current identity and the courage to step into a new one. It's the moment when you choose to stop living for the world's approval and start living for your own. What if I told you the life you've been dreaming of, your dreams, your goals, your success, is already waiting for you? But only if you're willing to confront the person in the mirror. Only if you're willing to become the person you've been avoiding. Here's the truth. The version of you who is afraid to show up isn't you. The version of you who tells stories about why it's too late isn't you. The version of you who hides behind excuses isn't you. That's an old version. A version that's been conditioned by fear, by doubt, and by the world around you. The real you, the one who's been waiting, is ready to break through. But only if you make the decision to become who you were always meant to be. No more pretending. No more waiting. It's time to level up. This is the reset. This is the moment you step into the power you've always had. But you can't do it by staying in the same old mindset. You can't do it by playing by the same rules you've always followed. You need a new mental operating system, one that stops asking for permission, one that demands greatness, and it starts now. Right here, right with the man in the mirror. It's time to understand one of the most powerful laws in the universe. Your subconscious doesn't care what's true. It only listens to what's repeated. This is the key to transformation. This is how the top performers, the visionaries, and the trailblazers create their reality. It's all in the programming of the subconscious mind. Your beliefs shape the life you live. If you've been living in lack, it's because your subconscious is wired to expect it. If you've been struggling with self-doubt, it's because your subconscious mind has been conditioned to doubt your potential. But the truth is, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between fact and fiction. It only knows what you tell it, what you feed it. Now, let's talk about autosuggestion, the tool that will change everything for you. Autosuggestion is simple. You repeat something to yourself so often that it becomes your reality. Think about the last time you repeated a lie long enough for yourself to believe it. Maybe it was, "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not smart enough." You've conditioned your mind to believe these things, but here's the power. If you can program your mind with a lie, then you can reprogram it with the truth. The power of autosuggestion is in its repetition. When you speak your new truth every single day, when you say, "I am capable, I am destined for greatness, I am a force to be reckoned with," your subconscious starts to rewire itself. It starts to believe it. It starts to act like it. But here's the catch. This is not a quick fix. This is not something that happens overnight. You can't just say, "I am wealthy" once and expect the universe to deliver. You must say it again and again, day after day, until your mind has no choice but to accept this truth. Because the more you say it, the more your subconscious rewires. And when your subconscious rewires, your actions follow. Your energy shifts. Your identity evolves. Think of some of the greatest minds in history. Ford didn't become a success overnight. He was broke, misunderstood, and ridiculed. But he had a belief system that nothing, not even failure, could shake. He kept repeating to himself that he was going to revolutionize the automobile industry. He didn't just believe it, he spoke it. He saw it in his mind every day. He lived it. Edison didn't give up after hundreds of failed attempts to create the light bulb. No, he kept repeating his belief that he would change the world, and he did. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for the right time. He didn't wait until everything aligned. He acted on the belief that he would succeed, no matter how many failures came his way. His subconscious mind accepted the truth of his success long before the world ever did. Charles Schwab, one of the wealthiest men of his time, had a deep belief in himself. He rewired his subconscious mind by repeatedly telling himself that he was going to succeed, no matter what obstacles came his way, and he did. You have to do the same. The question is, are you ready to rewire your mind? Are you ready to speak your truth every single day until your subconscious has no choice but to align with it? Start now. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am the person I've been waiting for. I am worthy. I am capable. I am destined for greatness. And do it every day. Because your subconscious mind is listening. It's always listening. Your subconscious doesn't care what's true. It only listens to what's repeated. So start repeating the truth about who you are, and watch your reality begin to shift. There's a law of transformation you need to understand. You cannot serve two identities. One must die. This is the point of no return. This is where most people stop, because it requires a radical decision, a decision to burn the bridges behind you. There's no going back from this. You've been living with one foot in your past and one foot in your future. You've been holding on to the comfort of who you were while pretending to step into who you could become. But here's the harsh truth. You cannot be the person you want to be while still clinging to the person you've been. You have to let the old version of you die, the version that plays small, the version that doubts, the version that hides from greatness. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking back at everything that's kept you small, your old fears, your old habits, your old identity. Now, imagine there's a bridge behind you, a bridge that leads back to everything you've known, to everything that's comfortable, to everything that's familiar. But that bridge is your safety net, and it's time to set it on fire. You cannot let anything keep you anchored to the past, not the excuses, not the stories of failure, not the fear of what could happen if you let go. You have to burn it all. You have to make the decision that there is no fallback. There's no going back. There's only forward. There's only the new identity that you are stepping into. This is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. The achievers are the ones who have burned every bridge. They don't look back. They don't waste time, second-guessing their decision. They know that the only way to move forward is to commit fully. Let me remind you of a few figures who did this, who made the decision and didn't look back. Napoleon Hill himself was a man who for years worked tirelessly on his writing. But it wasn't until he burned every bridge behind him, until he went all in on his vision, that his work became legendary. He didn't have a fallback. He didn't give himself an out. It was do or die, and he chose to do. He chose to go all in. You can look at people like Steve Jobs, too. Jobs didn't keep one foot in Apple and another foot in something safe. He burned the bridge. He walked away from the company he built, took bold risks, and came back stronger. He knew that you cannot hold on to both the past and the future. One must die for the other to live. This is about making a total commitment. You can't tiptoe around your destiny. You can't take half measures and expect full results. You have to declare, I've already decided. This is not a trial. This is not a test. This is the moment you stop asking for permission and start living in your purpose. From this point on, you are no longer divided. You are whole. You are 100% committed to the identity you are creating, and there is no backup plan. Here's the challenge for you. Right now, in this very moment, make a declaration. Say it out loud. I've already decided. I'm not turning back. I'm not second-guessing myself. I choose the new me. I choose the person I am becoming. No more excuses. No more waiting. And when you say it, feel it. Feel the power of commitment. Let it ignite something inside of you, because when you commit to something fully, the universe has no choice but to align with you. The world is waiting for you to make this decision, to burn that bridge, to choose your future over your past. And the moment you do, you will see how fast the doors begin to open. It's all yours. The question is, how badly do you want it? The truth is simple. You become like the minds you align with. You're not just influenced by your thoughts, you're influenced by the thoughts of the people around you. The minds you expose yourself to will either elevate you or drag you down. That's the law of proximity. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if those 5 people are stuck, weak, or stagnant, you'll be stuck, weak, and stagnant too. But if you surround yourself with greatness, with those who are living in alignment with their highest self, you will rise to meet it. It's not just about physical proximity, it's about mental proximity. It's about who you let into your space, your circle, your inner world. This is the power of the mastermind. The concept was first articulated by Napoleon Hill, and it's one of the most transformative principles in the world of success. A mastermind is a group of like-minded individuals who come together to help each other grow. Their energy, ideas, and support raise everyone involved to a new level. When you choose your circle carefully, your environment will push you to grow. But when you allow negativity, weakness, and mediocrity into your life, you'll find yourself stuck in the same place. It's easy to blame external circumstances, to blame the economy, the people around you, or the situation you're in. But the truth is, you are the product of your environment. Look around you. What kind of energy is in your space? What kind of people are in your life? Are they elevating you or draining you? Are they pushing you to be your best, or are they holding you back with their fear, their limiting beliefs, and their small-mindedness? This is why you must take control of your environment. You have the power to curate it. You have the power to clean it. You have the power to eliminate anything that is not in alignment with the vision of the person you are becoming. Because if you continue to let weak energy into your atmosphere, you'll start to take on that same energy. You'll start to become small. You'll start to shrink. This isn't just about people, it's about everything in your environment. Your physical surroundings, your media consumption, what you listen to, what you watch, who you talk to, what you allow to fill your mind. The average person's environment is filled with distractions, negativity, and mediocrity. They wake up, check social media, read negative news, and surround themselves with people who are barely getting by. And they wonder why they're not winning. They wonder why they're not growing. But you are not average. You are in the process of becoming extraordinary. And extraordinary people do not live in ordinary environments. Extraordinary people are deliberate. They curate their surroundings. They surround themselves with those who are committed to growth, to greatness, to high standards. So what's the solution? Clean up your environment. Start by looking at the people around you. Are they the kind of people you want to be like? Are they feeding your growth? Or are they holding you back? Remove the negativity. Cut out the toxic influences. Eliminate the distractions. And most importantly, invite those who will elevate you into your life. Invite people who challenge you, who inspire you, who push you to be better. This is the power of proximity. This is the power of your mastermind circle. The people around you can either drag you down or lift you up. It's your choice. And I'm telling you right now, choose wisely. I do not allow weak energy in my atmosphere. I do not allow negativity, small-mindedness, or mediocrity to take root in my life. And I will not shrink for anyone. I am committed to aligning with greatness, and I will only allow those who are on that same path to join me. Now it's your turn. Look at your environment. Who needs to stay and who needs to go? Who is adding value to your life? Who is draining it? Start making decisions. Start cleaning house. And as you do, you'll see your energy shift. You'll see your mindset evolve. You'll see your potential come alive. You've heard the phrase, under-promise and over-deliver. But here's the secret. The true high performer doesn't just over-deliver. They redefine what over-delivery means. This isn't about meeting expectations. It's about exceeding them in ways that others never even considered. It's about living in a way that is so aligned with your highest identity that you naturally exceed expectations without trying. When you shift your mindset from I need to meet expectations to I'm going to blow their minds with what I'm capable of, you step into a new dimension of performance. You stop playing the game of good enough and start playing the game of mastery. Mastery is not about hitting the minimum bar. It's about blowing that bar to pieces, then setting it higher and doing it again. Think about Andrew Carnegie. He became one of the wealthiest men in the world, not just because of his business acumen, but because of his mindset. Carnegie understood that over-delivering wasn't a choice. It was a way of life. He gave more than anyone expected. He added more value. He did more for others than they could ever repay. And in doing so, he created a legacy. He didn't give to get. He gave because it was his identity. You see, when your identity is that of a giver, you can't help but over-deliver. You're not focused on the outcome. You're not obsessed with getting yours. You're focused on being excellent. You're focused on adding more value than anyone expects. This is how Henry Ford built the Ford Motor Company into one of the most successful businesses of all time. Ford didn't just sell cars, he sold an experience. He over-delivered on quality. He over-delivered on innovation. And in return, the world responded with loyalty, trust, and prosperity. Ford didn't wait for others to give him permission. He created an identity around excellence. And as a result, he was able to exceed expectations in a way that revolutionized an entire industry. You need to do the same. Shift from the mindset of I'm here to do the bare minimum to I'm here to blow the roof off. When you live from this place, you'll stop worrying about the outcome, because the outcome will take care of itself. Think about it. What if you over-delivered in every area of your life? What if you exceeded every expectation? Not because you had to, but because it's simply who you are. What if your identity was so rooted in excellence that you couldn't help but give your absolute best in every interaction, every project, every conversation? This is how you start to shift your identity from doing enough to doing more than enough. This is the point where you move from survival to abundance. Schwab, Carnegie, Ford, all of these men did not just build wealth. They built identities of excellence. They didn't work to meet expectations. They worked to redefine what was possible. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Redefine what's possible for you. It's time to live from a place of overflow. Not because you want praise or validation, but because you've stepped into your identity as a giver. You give because it's who you are. You over-deliver because it's who you are. You exceed expectations because you can't help it. And in doing so, you leave an impact that no one can ignore. Say this out loud every day. I exceed expectations because it's who I am. And then go out and live it. This is where everything comes together. This is the final key that locks in your transformation, the final piece of the puzzle. Here's the truth. Repetition is the language of the subconscious. What you repeat, you become. What you say, you start to believe. What you think, you start to create. The most successful people in the world didn't become great by chance. They became great because they committed to a ritual. They committed to showing up day after day, even when the results weren't immediate. They didn't wait for the right moment to act. They acted like it was already done. Let me break it down for you. You've been saying your affirmations, speaking your new identity into existence. But the next level is this. You must act as though it's already true. The subconscious mind needs action to believe it. Words alone are not enough. It needs you to show it. It needs you to take action like you're already the person you've been speaking into existence. Repetition is a process of locking in your new identity. Every day you repeat your affirmations. Every day you repeat your identity. And as you do, your subconscious mind starts to believe it. It starts to align with it. And then something extraordinary happens. You become it. But only if your actions back it up. Faith without action is a fantasy. Action without faith is a grind. But when you combine faith with consistent, purposeful action, you unlock something unstoppable. You begin to move forward with certainty, with confidence, with the assurance that it is already done. Let me tell you about one of the most powerful figures in history, Thomas Edison. Edison didn't sit around hoping his invention would work. He didn't wait for inspiration to strike. No, Edison showed up every day with one purpose: to act on his vision. He had faith that he could change the world, but he didn't wait for the world to change first. He didn't wait for the right circumstances. He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He acted as if success was already his, and through thousands of failures, he succeeded. You can't wait for everything to align. You can't wait for the perfect timing. The perfect moment will never come. The moment is now. This is the reset, and this is how you lock in your new identity. You act like it's already done. You walk like it's already yours. You carry the energy of someone who has already arrived, even if your outer circumstances haven't caught up yet. The secret to success is in the ritual repetition. Say your affirmations, visualize your success, and take action as if you already are the person you're becoming. You are not waiting for success to find you. You are not waiting for the world to give you permission. You are acting from a place of certainty, from a place of faith. This is the transformation you've been waiting for. This is the moment where your mind and your actions align to create the future you desire. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your belief, your actions, your transformation. Let them wonder what changed, because you already know. You are the answer. Say it out loud. I act like it's done. I walk like it's already mine. And then go out and live it. Your new identity is waiting for you to show up. Now it's time to step into it fully. You've already decided. You've already committed. You've already over-delivered. And now you lock it in. I don't hesitate. I build. I become. Say it out loud. And move like it's done.